again under Section 11 of Criminal Law Consolidation Act 1935. The Crown is represented by Mr. Kenny Kagia and Ms. Lu Yipei, while Ms. Gina Quinn is represented by Ms. Nick Hazwani and Mr. Liu Juyen. Since the defendant had opted for trial by jury, the jury are to be reminded that it will be the determiner of facts that will be presented throughout the case. The court would also like to remind the prosecution party that the burden of proof lies on your side, that it is your duty to prove to the court that the case is beyond reasonable doubt for the jury to pass the guilty verdict. Prosecution lawyer, you may begin with your opening address.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor, and members of jury. Good morning, Your Honor, and members of jury. My name is Lu Yipei, and along with my co-counsel, Kenny Kagia. Let's begin by stressing on the analysis of this case in the general overall view. The most important date in this case is 15 June 2009, where the victim, Sir Ralph King, a famous and successful businessman who owned Rio Pinto, a mining company in Australia, was brutally murdered by the defendant, Miss Gina Quinn. Ladies and gentlemen, revenge. That's what this case is all about. Miss Gina Quinn was the girlfriend of the deceased. Also, she was the benefactor of the deceased life insurance, which cost $2 million of compensation. However, their relationship has come to a turning point when the deceased wife, Mrs. King, found out the existence of Gina Quinn. Mrs. King confronted with the late Mr. King and they proposed a divorce. However, the victim finally reconciled with his wife and made a promise to leave the defendant. On the day of murder, which is 15 June 2009, the deceased met the defendant at Four Seasons Hotel and having sexual intercourse. But when the late Mr. King wanted to end a relationship with Miss Gina Quinn, the defendant, a violent and furious quarrel was resulted between them. The defendant was very angry and frustrated as she took it as a betrayal. Under circumstances, we have reasons to believe that the defendant has tricked Mr. King into hanging himself in the washroom after the quarrel. A stool found in the washroom was used by Mr. King in supporting himself to step on, so he could be hung around the rope in the mid-air, which was subsequently taken away by the defendant, and Mr. King was left hanging till his death. Members of jury, on 16 June 2009, the next day of the murder, when the police arrived, Mr. King's body was found naked, and the defendant, the last person who met the deceased, was arrested and charged under Section 11 of the Criminal Law Consolidation Act 1935. The defendant has caused this horrible death and robbed away the companionship of the deceased with his wife. Besides, Mrs. King has been very ill since the day of murder because she couldn't accept the harsh reality. The defendant, this cruel and cold-hearted woman, had murdered the person that she claimed she loved so much. Does it call love or revenge out of hatred? I would choose revenge out of hatred. Therefore, this is not a case who is accountable to the betrayal of the relationship, but it is a case of taking away someone's life in order for the sake of revenge. My dear juries, my co-counsel right here, right now in this courtroom, my co-counsel and I will provide you with solid and powerful evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Thank you, Your Honor.
Prosecution lawyer, you may begin by bringing in your witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to call upon my first witness, Ms. Chan Junie, the hotel worker. So, Miss Chan, Chinese Australian, am I correct?
Yes.
Miss Chan, could you please tell the court, how long have you been working in Four Seasons Hotel?
15 years.
15 years. Okay, let's call back. Where and what were you doing on 15th of June 2009 between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m.?
I was cleaning the room in 0806.
So, you overheard a heated argument, am I correct?
Yes.
Which room was it come from?
0808.
So, how many voices? Can you identify the voice? The gender owned by the voice?
Two different gender, female and male.
So, did you approach the room to listen further?
No.
So, Miss Chan, you saw a lady leaving the lobby at 9:50 p.m. Am I correct?
Yes.
Could you see the face?
Yes.
Could you identify her? Is she somewhere here in the court now? And if yes, could you please point her for the court to see?
It's her.
So, it's the accused, Miss Gina Queen. So, could you please again clarify to the jury what is her condition at the time?
She was angry and frustrated.
So, was it an expression after killing someone?
Objection, Your Honor. The prosecution is making an assumption.
Objection sustained. Witness, you don't have to answer the question.
Sorry, Your Honor. So, Miss Chan, you are the one that found the dead body, am I correct?
Yes.
What is the time when you found it?
Around 3 p.m. on 16th June 2009.
So, you found the dead body. But why are you there at that time?
Out of curiosity because I overheard a heated argument the day before.
So, you found the dead body. Did you sense something after you found it?
Yes.
What was it?
A flowery fragrance.
So, it's a warm perfume.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So, member of juries, here, Ms. Chan have proven that the accused and Mr. Kane quarreled before from the room 0808. And she also proved that Mr. Kane actually had been with a girl at that night. And interestingly, the last person that Mr. Kane met at that night is the accused, Ms. Gina. Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions.
Defense lawyer, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Miss Chan, you are an immigrant from China, correct?
Yes.
Do you think that you are fluent in English since you are an immigrant from China?
Objection, Your Honor. This question is irrelevant to the case.
But Your Honor, I have the right to know Miss Chan's level of understanding.
Your Honor, Miss Chan has been living in Australia for 15 years. There is no way to doubt her English proficiency.
Objection sustained. Witness, you don't have to answer the question.
Sorry. You say that you saw Miss Queen coming out from the room, correct?
No, I saw her leaving the hotel in lobby.
Did she look angry or upset?
Yes, she was angry.
Okay then, Miss Chan. What do you think that helped this hotel this 5-star rating?
Objection, Your Honor. This question is irrelevant to the case.
But Your Honor, I can prove its relevance to the case.
Objection overruled. Witness, please answer the question.
The quality of service that we offer, maintenance and hospitality.
Okay, see. What about the privacy between the tenants of different rooms?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so Miss Chan, you were cleaning up in the opposite room. How could you be absolutely sure that there was a loud argument and a scuffle? How could you be sure that it wasn't from the television?